Hi, I'm Darnell Cox with Live Young Lifestyle, and today I'm going to share with you my favorite at-home anti-aging apparatuses. This is exciting stuff because these things really do work. This gets really exciting. I'm going to tell you why, because it's going to save you a lot of money. The first one I'm going to talk about is actually the scariest, because we're going to go all in first. This is called a DermaRoller. It looks like a medieval torture device. It's a really, really good apparatus that's about $50 on Amazon, so you can't beat that. If you did microneedling in a med spa, it's about $500 per treatment. This will last you years. You just disinfect it between use, and it doesn't go quite as deep as the med spa, but if you're doing it once a week like I do, this one I do every Sunday, and I'm going to show you how you do it. It hurts a little bit, you get used to it, but you start say I'm going to start on my forehead, and I'm going to go up and down a couple times. Pick it up so that if you slide it over, you're going to bleed. It's going to scratch you. So pick it up, move to the next section. Pick it up, move to the next section. So once you finish one section of your face, then you go horizontally through the same section that you just did. You can see that my forehead's getting just a tiny bit red, but nothing's bleeding. And then we go diagonal. So diagonal across the same section one way, and the same section the other way. You might draw a tiny bit of blood. Don't freak out. It's just what you're doing with this is you're creating controlled little punctures in your skin. Now, just like when you fall down, you skin your knee, that little cut that you have, your collagen gets stimulated and it runs to the rescue to repair. Well, this does the same thing, only it does it all over your face. You want to at least order the one that's a 0.5. This is a 1.5 because go big or go home. This is a 1 millimeter. And I use this around my eyes. So with the same concept, you'd go up, you'd go sideways, you'd go diagonal and diagonal. Be very careful around your eyes because they are pins. And then when you get done with this, I like to put it in the tray, and I just dump a little bit of alcohol over the top of it, because if you dump it on the top, it'll get to the bottom of those needles. And then you just cover it. I shake it a little bit to make sure it gets all in there. Drain it and let it just dry like that. That's it. That's all you really have to do. So that's the first one. That's the DermaRoller. That's the total body. This again was a 1.5 millimeter. This is a 1 millimeter. I always go for the big guns. So the next thing that I really love is the NuFace. This is fantastic. I'm going to show you how this works. Again, like everything I'm going to show you, stimulates collagen. This actually stimulates your muscle to contract. So, they say a lot of things about, doing facial exercises to have your muscles tight. Well, this does this with a current. So this is a low electrical current, and you turn it on. And if you don't use a moisturizer with this, you'll feel like those kind of electric shocks. Feeling the pain doesn't mean it's doing more work. So you want it to be able to slip on your skin. For example, sometimes I just use Aveeno. Sometimes I'll use the CeraVe PM lotion. You just put a little bit where you're going to do it. So I'm going to start here, and you can hear this beeping. So what you're going to do is you put it on your skin, make sure it's slippery, push it up a little bit and wait for the beep. And as soon as it beeps, you move to the next section. Now, again, the consistency is the key here. Because if you do this once, you might see a difference. This is touted as the 5-minute facial. So before you have a big event, move up again. Before you have a big event, this is something really good to do. So once you do that layer, you start again. You do it 3 times in a row. So I'm going to start at the beginning again. And again, this is for the jawline, for the jowl section. But consistency, what I said, is the key. So it's all about timing your beauty stuff with everyday activities. So for me, the microneedling I do on Sundays because that leaves a little mark. With this one, I usually try to do it midweek or right before an event. So if I have an event or a photo shoot or I'm filming, I'll do it right before. And you know, I do enough of those that it ends up being about once a week. But when you first start off with this, you can actually do this once a day for about a month, and then you'll notice a big difference. And you can cut down a little bit and just, start doing it once a week. So that's this whole section. I did that 3 times. You would then move up to here. So you go 1, 2, 3. You could do your forehead. I like to do down here because I think that as we get older, this neck and the jawline is what makes a huge difference in age. So again, you push it down and then go with an upward motion and hold until the beep. So we're holding. And then do it again. When you don't have enough of something that's lubricating, so it's slippery, you can feel the little shocks. And sometimes when you do it on your forehead, you can feel like the nerve ending going into your scalp, which is a really weird feeling. But it lets you know that it is working. And I can totally tell a difference when I use this. So that's the NuFace. This is the one that's the facial toner. They do have a little new head that goes on this, which is a wrinkle reducer. Hello. So this is the attachment that's the wrinkle reducer. Now, I wouldn't normally do it on this part of my face, but if you've got discoloration or sunspots, this also works. You want to keep it on this one section until the light goes off. So you're basically looking at 3 minutes. So this is where I like to use the wrinkle reducer attachment. I tend to have like these little lines in between because I'm a side sleeper. So I like to use it here to get rid of the little wrinkles. But also, you want to wait for the light to go off. So you're sitting here for about 3 minutes. I also like to use it like on the side of my eyes, just like this. So you're watching TV, you're watching the news, you're sitting there. Why not just do something productive, like to make yourself look younger while you're getting older with stress from watching the news. Now, the last thing I want to tell you about is this really fun device that looks like a sexual toy, but it's not. This is Nurse Jamie's UpLift, and I love this. You can do this with or without makeup on. So sometimes, I'm ready to go out. I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like puffy. So I just roll this along the contours, under the eyes, along the jawline, even on the neck here. And you would think that this would not do a lot, but it actually does. And I'll tell you why. It basically acts to massage your muscles. So you're massaging your muscles in an upward fashion. And it's filled with tourmaline. These little black dots are filled with tourmaline, and it energizes your face. It helps with circulation. It uplifts. It might be temporary, but I'm going to tell you what, if you do something temporarily all the time that is good for your muscles and good for your skin and stimulates collagen, in the long run, look at yourself 5 years from now, it makes a difference. So when you add these things and you make them part of your daily life, that's what happens. So in the morning, every morning when I wake up, instead of putting stuff under my eyes that would make my bags go away, I simply just roll the water out from the bags. So you're just depuffing your face and stimulating your muscles and increasing collagen without really even tugging on your skin. You can massage, you can do all that, but there's no tugging. It kind of simulates the facial massages that you get in high-end spas. Again, no downtime. And you can take this anywhere. So I've traveled with this thing. Sometimes if I am doing a shoot or I'm going to do something that has to do with my blog, this thing's in my purse. So I love this. Again, this is Nurse Jamie's UpLift. Love. So there you have it. Those are my top 3 at-home anti-aging apparatuses. Again, go to liveyounglifestyle.com. I'm sure next month I'm going to have new favorites, but these have been like in my drawers on my counters for a very long time because they work. So, taking care of your skin and figuring out ways to stimulate collagen no matter what your age, working those into your daily routine, that's a really good way to live young.